We've got Führer Fuchs just doing the mostest. We've got a lava scene that could take all the nerddoms, fandoms together, and also space archer, question mark. Stay tuned after that opening.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AFTERBUZZ TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
What is up, everyone? The reason I'm saying that is because I feel bittersweet about today.
Yeah.
One, it is you are joining us here at AFTERBUZZ TV Animation about the Archer Season 9 finale.
It's so hard to say. Okay, I'm not gonna hurt your ears.
Okay.
I don't hurt your ears.
I love it. No, it made me happy. You guys can. I'm Alexis Torres. If you don't know who I am, if you're joining us for the first time, welcome. If you should watch the other episodes to find out what we did. If you're joining us again, welcome back. I have a lovely, beautiful crew here. I have to introduce them for the last time. To my far left.
That's me. Hello, Xia Anderson here.
Looking with that cute high ponytail.
Oh,
Get it, girl.
thank you.
That's the finale ponytail.
Yes.
Yes.
And I'm Sayrie.
Yes. Looking good in blue.
Oh,
Always.
thank you.
Yeah,
I love
no.
blue. You know,
Yeah.
I just got my nails done bluish, greenish.
I love those
Makes me
nails.
happy.
Yeah, as it should.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I need all the happiness, because I'm really sad that this is ending for me today.
Yeah.
So we're going to jump into it again. Season 9, Episode 8, A Discovery. So pretty much we're just going to dive into it because there's a lot to go on. I know we want to talk a little bit of news and gossip towards the end. We have predictions because we got a weird-ass ending for this one. But we're pretty much just going to go through the whole rift because there was a lot going on in a very small amount of time. I felt like we were a tiny bit rushed. That's just my opinion, though. But let us know what your opinions are in the live chat or in the comments down below. So, overall thoughts, ladies, on our Season 9 finale.
Loved it.
Yeah.
Nice.
For me, no.
We're both like, yeah.
Love it. I was like,
Great.
I'll second that one. You know,
We own
I think
it.
I think it went by fast.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah.
I
I
felt
felt
like...
like it zoomed.
It
Yeah.
did.
The action and everything. Before I knew it was like lava. And
And I was like, oh, we're at the end already. That was fast.
It sped by for sure.
Was there anything that you wanted that we didn't get in this episode?
I wanted the idol to be different.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
wanted it to be different. I wanted it to be some more. I wanted it to be something. I don't know. The build up was a letdown for me.
Yeah, I mean, I will say that I wasn't expecting the type of idol that we were going to get. I knew what
Same.
it was going to look like in my brain, but I definitely wasn't expecting it to not be the emerald. You know what I mean?
Right.
So that was interesting. What about you?
Oh, I wanted to see the Krieger lab. I really did.
Oh,
I
yeah.
was hoping for
I-
a Krieger lab.
I guess they just decided not to because of the fact that Krieger's a parrot. So I'm
Yeah.
assuming now that we're going to be in space, question mark, that there's going to be a
Yeah.
lot of labs.
A lot of labs. And I feel like that probably would have taken a lot of time. So I
course.
understand them not throwing that in. They would need another couple of episodes.
I know, which I would have
But-
been okay with.
Yeah.
You know?
Wouldn't have been angry.
Well, anyway, so of course we're leaving camp and heading on over towards the idol. We've got Führer Fuchs just kind of hanging out in the bushes like Homer, just like, and he's just plotting. And I'm like, I love how he's like still bleeding out, you know?
Yeah.
Like nothing has really changed. But Lana's trying to go 50-50 with Archer. Archer's not really getting it because he wants to go 50-50, which is exactly the same.
But he wanted his name first. It makes a
Yeah.
difference.
Yes. No.
He just
you know.
wanted to be the one.
Yeah, on top.
Yeah.
His name had to be on top.
He always likes to be on top. Anyway.
Don't
All the innuendos, all of them.
I'm about to get it. I'm about to
All
get
of
it.
them, whore. But anyway, so pretty much they're heading towards an active and overcooked, overbaked, overdue volcano. Pretty
Yes.
much. I love how Noah was like 10 years, 10,000 years, give or take, and I'm like, that's a big jump. Like, you can't. Those being two different things, but whatever.
And no one's sweating. You're in a lava like a volcano, and no one's hot.
Yeah,
that
that's
kind of
true.
got me.
Animation.
Yeah,
They're like,
we-
nah.
Right,
This is
Cartoons
don't
technically,
sweat.
Dreamland on vacation, so we don't sweat here.
Good. And I guess they also had their little coconut things. They weren't wearing many clothes.
So they were good. I mean, Noah still had all of his sweat stains, so I guess
Yeah.
that's fine.
It
But-
starts off with a close up on her butt.
Yeah.
loved that.
I was like, wait.
I loved that.
I was trying to figure out if it was hers or his, but I have to remember she was the one with the little leaf.
With the green leaf.
Yeah,
Yeah, he had the
he
coconut.
has just the coconut. His buns are just out.
Yeah.
Free.
No protection whatsoever, which we're all fine with. But yeah,
Just the coconut.
just
Yeah.
yeah, no, you
Just,
got it.
I was trying. I was
I
working
liked it. I was okay with it.
I liked it. Okay.
We finally get to the entrance of the idol. They're all pushing. It's becoming a problem. And then Mallory's just like, why don't we just pull the door open? And they just all move out of the way, and there's just a little tiny circle, and you're like, ah.
It's like that moment where you keep trying to push on a pull door and you don't notice that it says pull.
Pull, like right in front of you. That's happened to me.
I immediately just look around and say, who saw that? You know, if no one saw it, it's like, okay,
Oh, yeah, we good. That didn't happen.
Yeah.
No one was here. No one was here to witness it. It didn't happen. But I love that we finally get a year. Because we've been kind of guessing. We're like, it has to be the 30s. We just don't know where in the 30s. We're trying to pull references and trying to figure it out. 1938, because we talked about The Hobbit the entire episode, which the book was written in 1937.
Amazing.
Archer writers, you're just impressing us here.
Amazing.
You guys are so thorough with the little details.
I was not expecting this weird nerd out that we were going to be getting.
No.
So I love that Noah was the one that was like, I feel like you guys aren't the type of group to be like readers. And I was like, that's rude. They're on a lonely island by themselves. They need to entertain themselves beside drinking and eating and doing
Sex.
each other. Yeah.
So they
books.
got their hands on The Hobbit somehow.
Yeah. Then there's no technology that, to look on your phones, watch Netflix and chill, that kind of stuff. So The Hobbit. Maybe if we can get them, The Hobbit, like on tape, like the animated one from the 80s, I'd be like, here you go. Just enjoy that.
Yes.
It's beautiful. If you haven't seen the Hobbit animation from the 80s, just be ready. It's going to be choppy, but it's fine.
But it's amazing.
But it's great, and it's
I haven't
fantastic.
seen it. I haven't seen it.
It's okay. Apparently,
on my
Noah
to-do
hasn't
list.
either.
Yeah, it's
on
one
my
of
to-do
those
list.
obscure ones that
Okay.
I saw when I was a kid, so
Same.
a lot of it to me is like nostalgia watching.
Of course.
But you're right, it is a little bit choppy
Yeah,
when
you're
you
just
get
like,
older.
oh, yeah.
But
You can see the strings and the costumes are like fake.
Well,
like that.
it's not live
old.
action, so
Okay.
and it's not
They kind
puppets.
of-
It's 2D. So
yeah, they kind of like move like this. They
Oh,
float
yeah.
without like actual like movements. Like
Yeah,
this.
they just kind of like you can't really even see their feet. They're just kind
Yeah.
of they're like gliding, and you
Gliding
don't really even
along.
know. Yeah, it's strange.
That's on my to-do. Put that on my to-do
Yes,
list.
you should. But yeah,
When I'm bored, no.
I mean, obviously we have the movies that was directed by Peter Jackson, but if you haven't, you should go check out the animation.
Yes.
Just be like, wow, that's something. But also speaking of animation, if you notice, our channel is also called AFTERBUZZ TV Animation.
Yeah. Hey, AfterBuzzers. Here at the network, we produce after shows for nearly all your favorite TV shows, from dramas, reality, TV, sci-fi, and more. There's no network that works harder to serve television fans. But now we need your help. We're asking that you please subscribe to one or more of our YouTube channels. Besides helping us a ton, here's what's in it for you. It caters specific content you already like directly to you. It brings you your favorite after shows so you don't have to seek them out. And it suggests content from other channels or podcasts that might interest you. Subscribing to our YouTube channel will also help you discover new shows we're sure you'll love. Since you're already tuned into your animation channel, you might be interested in Voltron, South Park Weekly, Rooster Teeth Reviews, and more. And remember, we have channels for other genres too. Please don't be shy about subscribing to them either. And if you're worried about pesky notifications, don't be. They're optional. It's easy. Hit that subscribe button now for an even easier AfterBuzz experience. And if you let us know that you did it in the comments, we'll shout you out on the air. Thanks for being the best fans. We promise to continue to do our best to serve you.
That's how we roll here at AfterBuzz. Like, we have so much content that if you guys have anything you guys want to talk about, it's definitely the place to be. And there's a bunch of different channels. Like, I'm hoping that if you are a Voltron fan, that is going to be starting up soon. And again, if you're a sci-fi nut or a fantasy nut, like, how we are, you can definitely check out that channel. There's so much. Trust me, you will never get bored because it's just constant. And I love it so much. So go check it out.
Yeah, and keep it interactive. Put some comments. We'll hit you back. Or talk about you, shout you out. I know some shows we definitely do shout outs.
Yeah, we can't do it here because it's our finale, but definitely you'll see our faces on other shows, and we'll definitely shout you out anytime you tell us that you've subscribed. Because, we love you guys. Speaking of love, Archer and Lana, we didn't get a lot of that this season. I'm kind of sad, but also like, okay, change it up, shake it up. That's fine. We had a little bit of flirting towards the end. Lana was
he
not
protected
reciprocating,
No.
which is fine. That sounds like
normal.
Lana. Yeah. But I love that that's kind of Archer's last words were like, so close. Just this close. But before we get to that point, so they finally go through. We lose a man in this one.
Oh, yeah.
Nobody knows what happened to him.
Just disappears.
Yeah, and I love how, again, because they're bringing up the Hobbit references, people are always disappearing. They're talking about the fact that they're in a volcano, which is like the Lonely Mountain, which is also from the Hobbit, and you have
They bring up
Smaug.
Smaug.
Yeah.
Yes.
I love that they pronounced it that way instead of
Yes.
it being like Smog.
Smog.
And I was like, oh, my nerdiness, it feels good, guys. You're doing it right. And the fact that they were talking about that and Noah was just the butt of the joke the entire way through. He was either getting hit because his face is just very hittable, or the fact that he just lacked this specific intellect. Like, he's a very smart person, but the fact that he didn't read the Hobbit is
He was the outsider.
No, that was it. He was just out.
He
You're
was
like, wow.
missing all the references, and they're like, "You're not cool, buddy. Sorry."
Yeah. I mean, Noah wasn't really that cool to begin with.
So true.
Yeah, which is unfortunate because I like you, but sorry, Noah. You gotta love the Hobbit to be in my circle. That's not true.
Okay.
So I know because I knew you were worried.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
No,
She
no,
was
that's
like,
not true.
"Hey,
come on,
No.
I said I'm gonna watch it later, man. Don't be Hobbit bullies.
No,
you
no,
know?
it was a joke.
I'm gonna
It was
check
a
it out.
joke. We're not those type of fangirls. But yeah, so we finally get to go into the room, which was strange because the door that we had all the
Writing.
Yeah, I was gonna say calligraphy, but I was like
They used
hieroglyphics.
They used to
Yeah.
want to start with a P though. P something.
Petroglyphs.
Petroglyphs. Yes,
That is the word.
nicely done.
Yeah.
I completely missed that.
Because it's different from hieroglyphics.
Yeah. Because I think hieroglyphics is actual pictures, and I think this one is actual
Symbols.
Yeah.
Yes.
Super dope. Also, the more you know. And it was really, really cool how he was like, they actually put a pun in the scripture. And I was like,
yes.
wow. And I love how he
great.
like didn't get it. He was like, something about a stew. A soup? I don't really know. There's not really a word for it. Yes, it's called stew.
What is the American word for stew?
Stew.
There you go.
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
And they were able to figure out that all you had to do was push the door open, and I was like, okay, I see what we're doing now. Okay.
Push pull.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the worst. And they push in, and we have also the same difference between totem and tiki, which was really, really cool that we got to go through that. And then we finally get to see the idol after everyone sits on their own
Which is a weird way to open up a door.
Yeah.
To me.
because I was like,
No
what if
booby
you went by
traps, it's
yourself?
Yeah, I was thinking that during the episode. You have to have
Weird.
Yeah.
You have to have a posse of 8 or so
Yes.
to
I
make
guess
it.
because in their head they're thinking, oh, this is a dangerous place. You'd have to bring a group of people with you.
Right.
But in the same time, I'm like, what if
it
all
was-
that group dies before you get to the idol?
True. But it wasn't that dangerous. It was stuff like push the door, pull the door. You know
No,
what
but I
mean?
meant like the trek there,
yeah,
you know,
yeah. Sure,
cannibals, apex predators, you know, the whole shebang.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, luckily we had enough people because at first I thought that they would have to have Archer sit too, and they were like, ah, damn it, because
Yeah.
they can't like reach to get it because they're all
Right.
sitting, and it would have been really funny of trying to figure out how to put weight onto one of them so that Archer can grab the idol. Also, I think it's very interesting that it looked from afar. They thought it was an emerald, and then they were like, I don't think emeralds glow like that. Which
They're just
immediately when it
green.
was glowing, I was like, okay, this could be either two things. One, it's uranium, or two.
You guessed it. I mean,
well,
uranium
I
straight
mean,
off.
yeah, uranium, and two.
You did too.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just assumed it's a glowing green thing. It has
Yeah.
to be something radioactive.
It's not Krypton.
Yeah,
Although
I
that
was
would
like,
be
"There's."
cool.
Can you imagine? I was like,
Yes.
"Ooh, kryptonite."
And Superman
I
come
was
out.
thinking about that in the back of my
Yeah.
head. I was like, "Are we actually gonna get a kryptonite reference? Because this is gonna be really dumb." But yeah, uranium or you know how sometimes in adventure
Plutonium.
movies, huh?
Plutonium.
Yeah. So
that scared me. I was like,
yeah, because I was like, wait.
I was like, Archer?
I thought no, it's just God.
God.
He's the one that runs the ship. But yeah, so either uranium, plutonium, or just the fact that sometimes TV shows just make things glow for reference, just cause.
Just like
it's
it's the moment of treasure. Like,
Yeah.
every treasure glows. If you
Yeah,
think
it
about
doesn't matter what it is. It could be gold, and you're like, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, gold would shine,
It's
but not
shiny,
like.
but yeah.
Yeah, it wouldn't be radiating from the, yeah. So I was like, I didn't really know where the animators were going with that, but also I know that the Archer writers and animators are very smart. So I was like, it has to be one or the other.
Wow.
So yeah, and I
guess.
love how
Good
they
job.
immediately were like, okay, we can't touch it. And Archer's like, I'm going to touch it. I'm going to.
He was gonna
Yeah,
touch it,
no,
yeah.
straight up. And then we got the explanation for said soup and stew,
Yes.
technically, where the fact that if you touch the idol, you will just puke and poop until you die.
And they thought it was a curse, which makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, of course, if
you
you
die.
didn't know what
What
was
you-
happening,
yeah,
and you
you're
just
like-
touch this thing,
and then-
you'd be like, oh my god,
It's
it's
sacred.
cursed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's sacred.
Yeah, that's
As
the...
opposed to it's just a chemical.
I wonder how they got it there.
Yo, I don't know. And we
They
never
mentioned
talked
it. They
about
mentioned
that.
it, but they didn't
Talked
explain
about
it though. They were
No,
saying
they did
about
not. We were
cutting-
just kind of
yeah.
like, how did they cut that? I mean,
Yes.
maybe there was like a line of people, and then just when
each
one
died
dies,
as they-
and they
yeah.
just move along. Oh, that's awful.
just drop down.
They ate
Yeah.
him.
Yeah. All right. Okay.
Human
we'll take
soup.
him.
Yeah, human. Oh,
Gross.
They are cannibals, so.
So gross. But yeah, I mean that's the logical way I can think of is that they're like, oh, okay, dinner for later.
Perfect.
And then of course we get the guy. Well, Lana has the great idea to say lead, and I'm like, okay, how is that going to help you? And then we have Fuhrer Fuchs come in with his giant mech ready to go.
She set it up. She basically set it up. So the audience, when they see him touch it, be like, what's going on? Why he's not dying? But they're like, oh, she said lead. So
I was
he's
worried
safe,
because
he's safe now.
it was close to him, but he has to touch it. I was assuming for him to be able to do it. But in my head, I'm like, radiation can be close.
Say, yeah, even them being in the room with
I feel like,
radiation would affect them.
It's pretty big too.
Yeah.
So I was like, I don't know, guys. I feel like we're all gonna get sick, and it's just
Yeah.
gonna be awful.
Yeah.
Like I was expecting like that Family Guy episode where they're all puking.
Oh, just throwing
No.
And I was like,
everywhere.
oh, I'm not ready. But obviously, I feel like you can have that type of humor in Archer. So I was like, oh, I don't know if I'm ready for this. So I was like waiting. I was like, okay, I'm gonna fast forward. No, oh, okay, no, okay, we're good. And then we get this all crazy epic battle between Fuchs and Pam and Archer. We find out that the cannibals have a sense of humor.
Yeah, with the bones.
That was great.
Yeah, I love.
Laughing.
Yeah, I love how he didn't have to explain anything. He literally just laughed the entire time.
Yeah.
I was like, get it, Chief. You know what you were about. I love how, like, why would they do that? I told you, they were extremely racist. They hate white people. And I was like, damn, son. I mean, I don't blame them. So,
Yep. Can't
Yep.
really.
sucks. So they were trying to figure that out. They ran out of ammo. He ran out of ammo. Then he brought out the crazy flamethrower. Poor Cracker's got his back feathers
Oh, Crackers.
burned off. He'll be fine.
I like that he still tried to use the bone, though. I like that he was just
did.
still like,
Yeah,
well, let me
threw the
try.
bone at
He
him.
threw the
Yeah.
bone, and the bone was like, well, yeah, that didn't work, obviously.
I was waiting for someone to like pun the crap out of that. Throw me a bone. And I'm like, all right.
Yeah, nobody did that.
Barf. That's where I would barf. And then Pam pretty much. Well, no. So Fuchs grabs the idol. Pam tries to go for it. She gets pushed off the cliff, and I was like, "Oh wow, we just lost Pam."
I thought she died.
No, for
That's
sure.
what I thought for real because I mean it's
a
Archer dream. Yeah,
Yeah,
the
it's-
finale is he's in a coma, so I was
Yeah.
like, yeah, who knows?
I mean,
Pam.
Lana died last season,
Yeah,
so you
yeah.
never know. But Pam
Why
could be
not
next.
Pam?
Lover, best friend.
And we
Archer
realized
was
Pam has
crushed.
the strongest ankles in the world.
Yo,
Seriously.
I was like, "There's no
ankles in the
way
world.
her ankle should be broken. Absolutely broken. I agree."
Just from Archer, let alone a big robotic.
A giant mech
Yeah.
suit.
Especially because the
squeezing
fact
on
that he
her.
grabbed
Yeah.
So when she fell, Archer tackled Fuchs. They went over. Of course, we're like, oh my God, Sterling! And like we got that moment where he's grabbing on. So the mech, the claw, okay,
Is grabbing to
onto her
ankles.
ankle, which I was like, that ankle is broken. I don't
yeah.
care who this. No, and it's grabbing on, and then Archer's also on top, just smacking Cyril with.
Yes.
What
with
do you
that.
guys think? That's at least what, 600 pounds?
At least.
Probably a
It's
ton
lead.
or more.
It's
like
heavy.
I was expecting it to rip her leg off.
Yeah, no, for
I
real.
was like her legs gonna come off.
Blood everywhere.
And I was waiting for it to be like bruised or something, just to
Yeah.
show,
Perfect.
like, oh my God. So then,
I know it's a cartoon.
I mean, but come on,
Jesus.
guys. And so, but I'm like,
Come on, writers,
I was like,
you know.
it's a dream, it's a dream, it's a dream. I'm just gonna go with that. So Archer comes up and he's like, I'm gonna let go, and I was like, okay, so what happens to you? So he lets go.
Yeah, that was even weird.
Yeah.
He let go. Gravity somehow brought him down and up again.
Yeah.
He reached that last minute,
don't
like
know.
Michael Jordan reach, and
He flew up.
yeah, he grabbed her.
I don't know.
He grabbed her ankle, and we're like, "Great, we're safe." And then
Then-
Cyril was still on his ankle, and I was like, "Nah, her leg is broken.
Yeah.
in like 8 different places. She can't walk. Like she needs a wheelchair."
And I love how
Exactly.
she's like, it still feels the
Same.
same.
Yeah. Same way.
Because it
yeah.
is. Because it is.
It's literally like I don't know why it would be any different.
Why
I
would
feel
it be
like it'd
heavier?
especially because in my head, when someone grabs
Yeah.
you and then you have an extra weight, that
yes.
should have been like and pull out of a socket. Like that.
Ugh,
No.
I don't know why that hurt a little bit.
No, as it should. Like
Yeah.
that's what should have
Think about
happened.
But he has good aim with that claw though. Like he grabbed onto
Nah,
the
he
ankle
was
and he
like,
grabbed again to the
yeah,
other ankle.
I'm about to I'm
good.
about
With
to
that
die.
one eye?
Yeah.
He has
Yeah.
great depth
Also, he
perception.
was on cocaine the entire time.
Yes. He
Stop
was
this.
Still, where did he get that from? He must have just had it in his pocket. Yeah.
Just like because it wasn't even like in the capsule. He was just like powder.
Yeah.
Powder.
His nose still covering his nose.
That explains why he doesn't feel pain. His eyes
Yes.
literally dripping blood. On
Yeah,
his
'cause
clothes.
he's so
like,
hopped up.
Let me go get this idol.
Oh,
That's a
God.
horrible accent. By
No,
the way.
but yeah, it's fine.
Idol.
I knew where you were going with
Thank
it.
you. Appreciate it. What is that's Arnold? What is Arnold?
It sounded
Yeah.
like Arnold. Yeah.
It did.
Is he
That's
German?
fine.
I don't know.
I think
okay.
he's Austrian. Yeah,
Okay.
he's Austrian.
It's fine.
It's all in the same area.
Yeah. It's all good. It's all good in the
Oh,
hood.
guys, you make me feel better.
Yeah, it's okay. I can't do it, so it's all
Can't
good.
do any
That was really
accents.
good. All I know is get to the chopper. That's like
Get
it.
to the chopper.
No, see, that was really good.
Not
Thank you.
bad.
But yeah, so brain. So yeah, he tries to tell Lana because he's like, okay, I'm gonna let go now, but I also want to know we were this close to banging. And she's like,
We were not.
no, we were not. And I was like,
that was the man's last wish. She could have been like, if you survive, you're gonna see my, chest.
there was
He
no
coulda
way.
gave him some
There was
hope.
No
He was ready
way.
to die after that.
No, he was already like, I was this close.
Yeah.
Though. Like, let's be honest.
Because he let go, right? It's like
He
it was like a
did.
suicide.
He did.
And it wasn't even
to
a
save
bravery.
them all.
Aw, it wasn't even like a bravery suicide to me because he could have just shook him off maybe. Or
No,
no.
no, he would have died, yo.
Oh, yeah.
Like, straight up.
Cut his own foot off, maybe. Been like, hey, pass me this. No, I was kind of.
Hey, pass me a knife.
They have something.
Throw me another boat.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was stupid.
No, that was wonderful.
That hurt.
That was wonderful.
So we let go. We get to see Fuchs burn pretty much, and I was like, that makes it even worse because I mean, Archer did fall like skin in, but like you're also being burned by metal at the same time. So I was
Yeah.
like, ah!
Yeah, that had to be
Ouch.
painful.
Yeah, it was hard to watch everybody say Archer as he fell, and then we had that Lord of the Rings moment where he was just like,
Yes.
I love it. I was like, Return of the King.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like,
Gollum.
wow. Yeah,
I'm gonna
just
watch
like,
it one day.
One day. No rush. Yeah, just like Gollum at the end. Spoiler alert. Gollum at the end of Return of the King when he has the ring and he's like, woo! Not direct line, direct dialogue, I swear. Yeah, so that's what it felt like. And then we immediately get a white light and then we just see this giant space destroyer ship just kind of going. And I'm like, wait. Is that Star Wars or what? And then we get into the actual ship and we see this hallway where it looks like there's a little bit of fog or smoke or something. So I was like, wait, are we going to get a Darth Vader Archer? Is that what's going on? Because it also sounded like there was like in the background. So I was like, oh my God, this is happening. And then we saw the inside of the ship again, but it's like a round table. There's some glass, and I was like, why does this look like Alien now? Now I'm just confused. And then pretty much we had cryopods with everybody in it. We saw,
Yeah.
and
the real names.
Yeah.
right next to it, which I was like,
nicknames, this
okay,
one.
cool. And then we get Mallory, aka the AI of the ship,
Yes.
waking up Archer, which he was making some weird sounds, but I also get it. And if you're, been in sleep.
I hope she has like a hologram at some point. I don't know if I want to see her as a
Just an
sphere
orb.
of energy. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
For
know.
the whole season.
Maybe, I
Maybe
don't
she
know.
could project herself into the room or something.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. Because I feel like anything can go. But it looks like we're getting a space adventure with the Archer crew.
Yay!
Next
Space
season.
Archer.
Woo!
Yeah.
So that was pretty much the end of the episode. We're going to jump into some quick predictions before we get into news and gossip about cool beans.
And now, your AFTERBUZZ
That's gonna actually be the
TV.
music.
Oh, yeah, just like that. So, does anybody have predictions of what our cadets are going to get into in space?
Oh,
I feel like someone's definitely going to die alien style.
Yeah.
Or it's just like,
I feel like each season, they shift the weight of which characters are more important or which scene more. Like for example, when you don't really care about Ray that much, maybe Ray will get more attention this season.
Yeah, maybe.
Krieger with his scientific
oh, yeah,
stuff.
we definitely should have a human Krieger in this one.
yeah.
I hope not. I kind of wish they have.
Oh, he's still crackers.
yeah, crackers.
But I do
No.
miss Human Krieger.
Yeah,
okay.
I'm hoping that it's gonna happen since it's right in his element. So I feel like it'd be good. Anything else?
Well, I cheated a little bit because that's the part of the news.
Yeah, which we'll get to. Yeah.
I cheated a little.
All right, well,
Oh, I'm just saying, I'm hoping to see them go to some different planets and
Yeah.
some space battles.
Yes.
We
Another
have to
adventure?
see space battles. Yeah.
An adventure, yeah.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, I don't know if there will be like any treasure or anything like that, but hopefully get into some like what was I trying to say? Bounty hunter kind of stuff,
Yes.
big like because I'm getting like big Firefly, Serenity.
I was gonna say that. I was going to say that right before
vibes,
you did.
So I'm
Yes.
hoping that I'm hoping that they incorporate as much space. Westerns crap,
Yeah.
all of it in there. Like I said, Alien, Star Wars, Serenity,
Yes.
Space Odyssey, all of it. I want all the tropes. I want them in there. I think it'd be really, really cool to see.
Yeah.
Especially because we haven't been in space since we had them try to do some sort of mission. They had to deal with Cyberberry, and it was just a whole hot mess.
Cyberberry.
Yeah, that was crazy.
I hope we see him.
Yeah, because we didn't get to see him this season,
That's
so I'm
true.
hoping that maybe the voice actor was busy, so hopefully he'll be able to come back as, since Cyborg is very sci-fi, I'm hoping that will be a thing. Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see where it goes, but let's jump into some news and gossip to talk about the next season.
AfterBuzz
TV
TV
news.
Well, close your ears if you don't want any spoilers at this point. Season 10, we're going in space, and we're going to have aliens and much, much more.
Yes!
Season 10 will be very much sci-fi. Black holes in the whole 9 yards, holograms, xenomorphs. There it is.
Yeah.
Try to say that drunk. Xenomorphs. And it's going to be totally futuristic.
And who said this?
This is said by Sci-Fi Wire.
Oh, Sci-Fi Wire?
Sci-Fi Wire.
Okay, they didn't say who the person was going to...
Jacob Aller wrote the article.
Okay, cool. I didn't know if there was like a cast member or
was
director
releasing
who
it.
like...
It was...
Well, while you're looking that up,
Okay.
don't forget, guys, to go onto iTunes to find pretty much all of our episodes from this season and many more from AfterBuzz. Just go ahead and go to iTunes, search AfterBuzz TV, or look up our show, The Archer After Show. Give us some ratings, 5 or 4 stars, because the other stars do not work. And let us know what you think we should do for the next season that will be coming up. We don't have a release date yet, but I'm really hoping that we find out when that will happen so that we can come back and we can do this all over again, because I think it would be cool beans.
Cool. And it was Adam Reed.
Man.
He's the sole creative force behind
Right.
FX's
Yes.
Archer.
Yeah.
Yes, so that's why I was asking,
Good
because I was
source,
like,
yeah.
who is their source?
It wasn't like a fan,
Yeah, because I didn't know if they were just like,
Prediction.
predicting or something like that. So that was cool that Adam Reed was able to be like, yo, this is what's happening. Be ready for it. So I think that's really, really cool.
Like,
Yeah. Okay. If they do decide to put Krieger in something, because that's like their ongoing joke, I want him to be a droid.
Yes.
oh, nice.
That would be amazing.
Yeah, like
Aren't
an
aliens
like an
too?
R2D2 droid.
probably
Like
droid,
just
yes.
like him cursing, or like he'll start beeping and everyone's like, what kind of mouth is that? Yes.
I was thinking since they have the xenomorphs from Alien, they could have him as the android.
True.
It gets ripped apart, and it turns out he's an
Ah.
android.
He's an android.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
Well, I thought that's what they were going to do with Cyborg Barry, but I would like that too because it makes sense. Either one. Someone needs to be a cyborg
Someone
or
has
an
to be,
android
yes.
or some sort
Both.
of droid.
Let's get both, please.
Yeah, I want all of it.
I vote for both.
Yeah, no, seriously. That was a really good reference,
Yeah.
Anthony. I really like that. Also, that's
call.
Anthony in the booth hitting the 1s and 2s, which I really appreciate because without them, we wouldn't have a show. So, but yeah, what a crazy season. I really wish that it was longer, but hopefully we will get more episodes for the next one. Thank you guys so much for joining us. I know it's been kind of a little bit of a crazy ride throughout because it was 2 of us, now there's 3 of us, and it was just kind of awesome. But definitely check out Joelle Monique, who was the lead on this panel. She's doing a lot of great things, including very nerdy stuff. So definitely check her out at Joelle Monique. Guys, thank you so much for doing the show with me.
It's been so much fun. I'm
Yeah,
really
amazing.
sad that it's
You're
ending.
amazing.
I know.
You're amazing too.
But
Yes,
again,
all of you.
will never forget these faces because they're going to be doing a lot more stuff here at AfterBuzz TV. So,
be here.
where can these Archer fans and AfterBuzz TV fans find you? Start over here.
All right. So on Instagram and Twitter, it's Funny Sayrie, FUNNYSAYRIE.
Awesome.
And on Facebook, it's Sayrie Comedian. Also, catch me on Thursday. This is Thursday. Catch me on Tuesday nights at 10 p.m. for the 100.
Sweet. Go ahead.
You can catch me on Instagram at Xia_land. It's XIA_LAND. And you can catch me this Sunday on Marvel TV Weekly.
Yeah!
We're going to be talking about Legion
Yay!
and Cloak and
Oh,
Dagger.
good for
I'm
you.
excited. Thank you.
Yeah. Oh, man, I love that panel. They're fantastic.
Oh, they're great.
Yeah. Sorry, guys, that we didn't really get into the live chat this episode. We just really wanted to get into the episode, but definitely don't be discouraged. You should do that for all the after shows here because everyone usually jumps in and loves to talk about it. But again, check out AfterBuzz TV Animation and all the other channels that we have under this awesome company called AfterBuzz TV. You will definitely not regret it. You can find my face at ATorres890. That's ATORRES890. It's also Thursday, which means I had a starter kit today. So definitely check it out on Geek and Sundry on Project Team Alpha. We pretty much played a tabletop game called Phoenix Dawn Command, and it comes on live at 3 p.m. every Thursday until pretty much the end. I fought some stuff. I lit some stuff on fire, so we'll see if I actually killed anything next episode. Ladies and gentlemen, and everybody in between, thank you so much for hanging out with us for Archer After Show. We will see you guys next season. Mwah! Be safe, be kind.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later, bitches.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.